Welcome to today's 5 Good Minutes on the 10 Commandments. Today we'll be considering the third commandment with Kurt Bjorklund.
The third commandment is the commandment not to use the Lord's name in vain. And one of the ways that people use the Lord's name in vain is with what I'm going to simply call blatant contempt. And this is often what you and I may think about. And excuse me if I offend, I don't mean to, but this is when people use the Lord's name with words like damn it, or saying, oh, this is blank, 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 God, or something like that. And it is interesting in a sense that one of the ways that humanity thinks to say its most outrageous hurts or express itself is to call on the name of the Lord with contempt, as if to say, because I couldn't get this, this vacuum bag to go back into the vacuum, I'm going to ask God to condemn this to hell, and I'm going to call down curses basically on God. And so the contempt, the blatant contempt here, is maybe not thought about that way, but this command is saying that when you use God's name as a statement about how things are going poorly, or what irritates you, or what somebody has done to you, or you call somebody that name, a name tied to God's name, blank, blank, something, then what you are doing is you are saying, God has no use for this person. It has no use for this situation. God is not sovereign. God is not powerful. God's person is not glorified in this. And so you are making a statement about what it is that you really think of God. Think about this analogy. I'm not much of a golfer. And because I'm not much of a golfer, I don't have to swear much when I golf, simply because I'm not good enough to be tempted to lose my stuff at a bad shot. But if you're out and you're a good golfer and all of a sudden you hit a bad shot and you want to say something to express your frustration, there are probably swear words, things you can say that don't use the Lord's name in vain. And then there are ways that you use the Lord's name in vain. And what, again, the blatant contempt is saying in that moment, it doesn't have to be a golf shot. I'm just trying to paint a picture. It could be any scenario, but what you are doing is you're expressing a hostility to saying, God has not been at work here the way that I think he should have worked. You may say, well, a golf shot, I don't really mean all that. All I mean is that I missed the shot and I don't know a better way to express it. But blatant contempt is saying, I hold God responsible in some way for my situation. And genuine worship of God is able to say what Job says, which is, God gives and God takes away, and either way his name will be praised. And so the little moments of using the Lord's name in vain, even on something that seems unrelated, is like saying, God, it isn't your right to give and take away. God, you didn't let me make this golf shot. You didn't let this vacuum bag fit. You caused the weather today to be different than I wanted. And so I'm expressing my frustration and contempt for who you are and what you've done. And blatant contempt reveals, again, a heart back to the first commandment that says, God, you should be making much of me, rather than, God, how do I praise you in the midst of anything and everything that's going on in my life?
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to check out all our content and podcasts on Orchard Hill Plus. You can find that and so much more on our website or the Orchard Hill app.